a formation. That was unintentional.
Practical.
Oh no, the escort fighters.
The scary thing is, if you jump on the mouse gunner and you start shooting at them, it's possible you might kill them all, and wind up outscoring all of us as a result.
It's our only rifle, cows, and I am now flying away from them, unfortunately. But
Walter Nautney was a very good 262 pilot. If y'all didn't know that, he got killed. All that was left was his burned hand that got severed in the explosion. I don't know if you guys needed that visual.
Mood, as I believe the kids say these days.
Good old
I'm not really
Jackson.
sure about the
Mood AF.
information either. Alright.
That looks like a Lancaster.
Not again.
D5.
What do you mean, not again?
Either
That
the
could be
recon
Halifax
aircraft got
again, to be
killed.
fair.
That's
the
either
recon
that
got
or it's a
killed,
Halifax
let's get
again.
out.
Oh,
I
you
hope
took it
for
out?
my
Cool.
sake, it's the Halifax again.
How much aileron trim does this
no.
thing need?
So just out of curiosity, if I do this,
No,
13. No, even more.
don't
14.
do this to me. Oh, if you'd killed me then, I'm literally 2 seconds off target.
yeah. Well, look, I will let you get your bombs off briefly. Mainly because I got to build up some speed so I can climb up and get some more
I
again.
just want to gunship some hindquarters, man. Why you gotta do this to me?
Don't worry, I'm not the only one climbing up to you.
Where is
So
this
there's
man?
another.
Dun,
Three.
You don't need to know. Go away.
dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't want my beans to be eaten. I purchased these legally. I have a permit.
Who's behind me?
Ah, no! Away with you, vile Teutonic fiend!
Who just bombed our airfield?
I mean, I am Teutonic and I am vile, but a fiend?
That's how we know it's not you. I've narrowed it down. It's ah, no! Rifle cows, do your thing. Kitteroff is chassis ineffectually. Not
Fuck off
chassis,
with
fuselage.
those pea shooters.
You can't have my peas. These are good peas.
Oh, I like sugar snap peas, fried in soy sauce.
I really didn't like that.
What? You just
The
get shot.
pinholes in my plane.
This is a situation of mutual dislike, I wager.
You know why I don't like them? Because there's now
Is
a
it-
hole in my left wing.
God damn it, Timmy.
Dick in it.
Well, I'm not joking. There is actually a hole in my left wing now because of him.
As I said, stick your dick in it.
Why don't these guns do any damage?
Oh, it's not that big. They're only rifle cows.
Believe me, I'm aware.
Halifax is bombing our shipping. Currently.
Fuck off. No, go away. Ow!
To me? Oh god, that worked. Okay, you know what? You fought for that, so...
I object.
Oh god, I shouldn't actually have Jade. Now I can't get back in it for another 10 minutes.
I did. Did I actually shoot you down, or did you just try Jay out to try and make me feel good?
I feel bad whenever the game doesn't fuck me over, so...
You shouldn't have done that, man.
Look, you put in actual effort for that. You deserve to get something out of it.
I have gotten nothing.
What makes you think I deserve anything?
You're not me.
Alright, now, what are you?
Fat and sassy. That's what I am.
I like fat people.
And how are you?
Yeah.
Fat, sassy.
Back to the conversation before, speaking of bad dragging, Gaijin does realize that the wings on aircraft like the 109 at 700 kilometers an hour are not giant vibrators, right?
I think they've seen too much DCS F5 wing rocking. So, those are paper thin, so.
This is an interesting glitch. I can't change the fuse on my bombs anymore. It clicks off of the menu.
Yeah,
The moment
it does that for me as
try
well.
and-
You have to like really quickly hit it, or yeah, I don't know, weird.
Welcome to Gaijin.
At least the weapons work.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Oh, no, never mind.
Wait, what's going on over there?
Okay.
Oh,
Who's
God, this
shooting at
madman's doing low-level bombing on ships in a Halifax. He's insane.
Oh, really?
I just
Okay.
see our ships going absolutely insane with tracers.
Damn, he's not near me.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
you on his
There you
tail.
Yep.
No.
Just dismantling him a little.
I'm watching
I
him go
don't think-
down.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
plane's not feeling... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, the
Um,
Halifax has like twice the armament the Lancaster does because it's got 2 quad turrets.
Oh, I killed all his gunners in the back end. That's why I was sitting on his ass. I wasn't too worried about him. I sniped all his gunners out. I forgot that he has gunners in the front too. So I flew past him after I killed him. I got shot in the ass.
It was the top gunner actually. The top gunner in the second quad mount was still alive.
Yeah, I didn't take that one out, and then I sort of, after I blew his engines off, I casually overflew him, and yeah, that was I paid for that. I probably deserve that, to be fair. I'm gonna bring this out again. I had fun flying this before. This was a lot of fun. Cursed 109, best 109.
The moment I get in my Wyvern, you bring. Damn it!
Hey, I was in the K4 before, so this is technically a downgrade, I think. Technically,
I
Although-
really should have
although
gotten
I
that
think-
aircraft while it was still available because I'd probably never be any good in it. But it's a 109 Zwilling.
Isn't it Zwilling?
Oh, this isn't. Hang on. Isn't this available anymore?
No.
Oh no, they took it off the store like about 10 seconds after they put it on the store. It was available for all of about.
I got this
They were there
Willing.
for like a
months?
month, I think.
Then it was
Okay,
gone.
I had absolutely no idea they did that.
I got
What's that?
Yeah,
What plane is that?
109
the
Zwilling.
109Z. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good plane.
the cursed 109. Yeah, it's a really good plane. I quite enjoy it. It's kind of like as much as it's got an off-center cockpit, but most people describe it like the twin Mustang, but I actually think it's more like if you were to use 109s to build a P-38. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the P-38, so it suits me.
And the guns are really good.
Remember the
Yeah,
P-38
a
in
little
Battle
anemic.
Stations Midway was broken as hell because they'd actually modelled the gap between the booms and the tail. So it was the hardest fighter in Midway to shoot down because half of your shots would just go straight through it.
Well, that's how it should be. That's how it is in IL-2 as well. Like if you put the rounds through the hole in the middle, well, there's nothing in the hole in the middle to hit. And the P-38 is yeah, the P-38, when you actually look at it, it's larger than you think, but at exactly the same time, its profile is really small. There's not a lot of it in profile once you start getting it front on or rear on.
It's effectively 3 baked beans held together with some tape. It's a very weird shape, a very beautiful shape, but
Yeah, I was about to say, it is a flying art piece. That's what it is. It
Everything
is.
about it is so nice. Like even the fact that the propellers counter each other. So in Sim, it's just an absolute dream to fly. Because no torque.
Somebody needs to either find the rigs that they used to make those, or recreate the rigs to make those, and start manufacturing them again for the civilian market. Because I would sell both testicles to have a shot at buying one of those.
Okay, possibly cursed idea. In fact, definitely cursed idea. A P-38 race plane that's using the engines of a Goodyear Corsair.
Well, no, that'll happen regardless. Have you seen what the Reno guys have done to P-51s and Bearcats? Like, go and have a look at photos of Rare Bear, or the Mustang that they've recently built.
Those aren't even the original planes anymore at that point.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you reproduce them, those racing guys would get their hands on one, and they would do that to it. So that'll happen regardless. Like that's just gonna be a thing. But I would buy one in its original format to fly.
I'd buy one in its original format just to sit in the cockpit, because that cockpit is, ooh, it's beautiful.
Well, it's part of the reason why I'm eyeing up a honeycomb yoke if I can ever get my hands on one. It's not so much for the Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff, although I'm definitely going to use it there because a yoke is more appropriate in most cases for civil aircraft. But the P-38 uses a yoke, so I actually want to fly the P-38 with a yoke rather than a stick.
So does the Hunker 111 actually. You could fly that with a yoke as well.
A yolk.
Yep, I would.
An egg yolk. Just got really quiet.
I'm checking targets at the moment. So we got D4 line up there, so that's ours.
I'm just giving you the silence that terrible joke deserved.
That's what I figured. I'm just like the guy at the back of the room, and I just say something. Everyone just like slowly turns and looks at me. That's the feeling I got. It's just like, oof.
Big oof, as the retards would say.
Yes.
I mean, kids would say.
You have posted cringe. You are going to lose subscriber.
Gonna lose subscriber.
Now.
Yippee, I'll be down to 1.
I'm an interesting thing.
Can we get more bombers?
Well,
to shoot
now.
down?
Well, we have bombers up. Like Germany has bombers up, so if you're on the Allies, there should be no shortage of bombers to shoot down. For the German side, it's a little bit thinner pickings at the moment, but I've got some targets just off the cliffs of Dover at the moment that might be of interest if you're looking to head for some.
Alright.
There are German bombers coming back to our side, so...
That's a cool
these aren't German bombers, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That was a Corsair. I don't want to fight a Corsair. Go away. I'm trying to go find somewhere to drop my bombs.
I like Corsairs. They're so bad at turning, you can just out-turn them. P-47s as well, P-51s.
Oh, thank you, Mags.
Not in War Thunder.
Yeah, if you hurry up and finish that off, Mags, and then turn around and hit the 2 Corsairs that are harassing me, that'd be much appreciated.
Oh, bonjour, monsieur. I just so happen to be in the area, I think. Or at least...
Yeah, my shooting is terrible at the moment, and I'm trying to engage a twin Mustang.
Oh, that's never fun.
Well, I'm also carrying. I'm doing this at a difficulty level. I have only got a small amount of ammunition left, and I'm still carrying a 250 kilo bomb while I'm doing it.
I'm carrying a 1,000 kilogram bomb and 4 50 kilogram bombs.
Are you dogfighting a twin Mustang?
No, I'm over the ocean.
So that's not relevant.
I don't think there are very few situations that are worse than the sentence "I am dogfighting twins." It's not a fun situation.
There we go. There we go. Burn, burn, burn. This thing, I love this plane, but God, it's ammunition anemic. This thing needs some gun pods like nothing else.
It does have gun pods.
Not when I just checked. If it ever did, they've removed them.
Well, no,
Well, it's
30
only got
the 30
it's only got the standard.
yeah,
Yeah, it's only got the standard fixed.
30.
Yeah, which don't have enough ammo. Like it needs additional guns.
Ah, okay. 'Cause
It
I was-
only gets 260 rounds of ammo, so it's like I'm already down to 72, and I've only been involved in one fight. I haven't even got to a bombing target yet. Is that you going down there?
No,
Driving away?
that's
No,
one
no,
that was
you're alive.
attacking me. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
alive.
I'm underneath you tier 6, so I will try and help you out here a little.
I have
gonna
a
try.
Corsair on my 6, I think. I'm behind dead meat, same altitude.
I'm trying.
I'm
to...
going
Oh,
after
it's
the one
just
that's
me.
trying to engage, mate.
You killed that F-82 so hard he left. It's just me now.
Ah, damn it.
I was going to go inland to bomb some shit. Now I'm going to try bomb some ships because my plane's in not the best shape. F-82 got salty.
Well, you would if you fell in.
Well, I only killed him. I don't have the power to do this with a 250 kilo bomb on the bottom of the plane.
He's
I
got
should not
2
be trying to-
kills, 1 AI, and he's died 5 times. He's probably not a very happy sailor at the moment.
Wow, that's the nature of sim. I mean, it happens. I will get shot down soon enough too. I'll die. I got shot down before in Halifax. It happens.
Whoops.
By a Halifax, not in a Halifax.
Oh, by Halifax, yeah. And that was entirely my own fault. I screwed up hugely
So
there.
I'm a few seconds away from getting nuked by AA.
Mags. The
I was
unprofessional.
spectating. You did crash close enough to each other that you might have been in him by the end of it. Or at least parts of you might have been.
I saw your lovely Swedish stream the other day. How is Sweden in sim?
Planes are really good. Yeah, and that's going to be a stall out there. Yeah, I don't have the power to keep fighting with this Spitfire at the moment with a 250 kilo bomb on board, and I don't want to drop this bomb. So I am exiting out. That and the nearly full tank of fuel. Well, a higher tank of fuel is not a great thing. So I'm going to go find somewhere to drop this bomb. Sweden is really good in sim. Unfortunately, the battle rating range that I'm currently up to, it's really hard to find people to play against. So that's a problem, especially considering I want to grind out the Swedish tree completely in sim. So I need.
Oh,
well, it's just going to take
you
a
don't
little.
have the
past-
J32 then. Oof. I got the A32 and then used that. Getting to the A32
No, I
only took me
I
like
go
3
through
days.
most of the tree.
Mags, I believe.
I go
you're
through
on
mo-
your 6.
Yeah, that's the Spitfire that I was engaging before. I need to get rid of this bomb if I want a chance to kill him because I'm down to 32 rounds of ammo. So I need a little bit more maneuverability.
It's
So this tribal.
and I'm not
very.
Oh,
Was that you who just hit
that
the
is
ship?
not. In fact, that was me that just hit the ship. Well, I hit the ship with a bomb. I didn't actually hit the ship. With
I
the
know
ship.
that. I'm coming in on the one to the right of it. It's gonna be a big boom boom if I hit.
See, if I had brain cells, you'd be dead right now. But fortunately, you're fighting me. So continue enjoying life. You're going to have lots of it.
You might not though, unless I'm seeing this in a different perspective. Oh yeah. Run.
It's so perfect. But I just can't aim. I'm a gibbon. I'm a gibbon with a flight stick. Oh, I probably should have just hit the air brake so I didn't overshoot. God, I'm stupid.
Oh,
Hit the air brakes now.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to catch her. I've actually taken on some light
what?
damage, so
Okay. So, my plane just randomly stopped responding. Apparently my controls were cut. From nothing? Okay.
sometimes if you got hit by a large flak shell, there's a sound glitch where sometimes you'll take an impact from a large flak shell, but you won't actually hear a sound associated with your plane taking a hit. So it's possible flak just you got too close to something with a big AA gun, and flak just spiked you one.
Fair enough. Be right back.
That can happen.
I think something impossible has just happened. A Wyvern's engine is starting to overheat. I didn't even think that was something that could happen.
I've kind of messed up that one ship that you hit, Mags.
That's all right. I only put a 250 kilo in it, so there's no way it was going to sink. But I made sure. I'm pretty sure I hit that thing in the bridge.
You know what's funny?
With the bomb. So the captain's probably not too impressed with me at the moment.
The ship I hit, the 1,000 kilogram bomb didn't do anything. It was my 450 kilogram bombs that actually destroyed it on my second pass. It said like non-penetration or something.
These aren't normal War Thunder ships on this map. Well, not anymore. These are actually copies of the ships from Naval. So your 1,000 kilo probably did do damage. It probably water landed and then cracked the hull from the compression detonation outside.
It turned
and
it
then
into
the
a banana
50s
boat.
peppered along, and the 50s peppered along the hull is actually finished it off. So these ships actually have complex damage models. Like that one that's on fire that we hit, that's burning at the moment. There's a good chance that'll actually burn out and die. That ship may actually die.
Who's BF-109G something or other? He's shooting up something.
Not me. I am doing my best to avoid notice.
That will be AI by the look of it. Or no?
Yeah, I am.
Player?
Yeah, but his name is literally BF-109G1024. I wonder what nation he means.
I think it's Japan.
Shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
I hate it when they slow
Funnily
down.
enough, maybe not Germany, which might sound really odd, but that is actually a possibility. Whoever's shooting at me, would you either kill me or, you know...
Come on, that's my
Fine.
kill. Better be my kill. Yes, that's my kill. Look at that. I'm an ace. I haven't died once yet. Actually, nope, take that back. I did. AA got me because it's gay.
Feels good. Oil is problematic.
My life is problematic. I've got negative $2 in the bank account.
I don't need your personal story in a live stream.
Yeah, I don't need your...
There are people that are currently watching you and listening to you on Twitch.
Great.
Okay, and this is currently being recorded for a video that's going to go up on YouTube.
Which video is that going to be?
Obviously a War Thunder one.
Brought to you by Raid Shadow.
God damn it!
Oh, no, Devo's not here to tell me off anymore.
I've got a
I'm
question.
gonna have to dig up that email. I'm gonna have to send it. I'm gonna have to find that email and shoot it off to them, and just give them a link to this.
You know this means that he has to now shove a bad dragon up his butt.
I look. Whatever you and he organised has nothing to do with me. Okay, I am not involved in that in the slightest. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah. I want nothing to do with this. Yeah, I think this one.
What if the zeros kept being added onto the figure?
Oh, what do you think about the new Zero?
If Raid wants to be sponsored by the single worst player in this lobby, then by all means they can have my vote.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting home.
Hi, Magsy. I'll help you home. I'm right here.
My engines are failing. Yeah, you might want to think actually. Forget push tow rope.
Get the German Navy, and it's not like they've got anything better to do.
That's me,
Barons. That is not a wise idea to do to an aircraft that is currently suffering a twin engine failure on a twin aircraft and is stalling.
What? Wake turbulence?
Twin fuselage aircraft falling on your head as it hits stall point.
Boy.
Just do it.
I'm a good pilot.
Say that villains keep falling on my head.
No, I just don't want to be penalised for the ram if he tries to underfly an aircraft.
And now I'm dead.
Come on.
My engine.
Do you want me to put you out of your misery?
No.
No.
There it goes. One engine failed.
Oh, it's got two engines. It can fly on that.
Yeah, the problem is both engines are failing.
Well, maybe you should have added a third. Get altitude. And glide it back. I've glided that thing back to base from like 15 kilometers out. Or not. It's only a couple miles back to shore. You can swim.
Now I definitely know I didn't hit you with any of my rounds because I got no credit for it.
No credit.
All right. What are we gonna do next then? Mission objectives:
Try not to
cover the surveillance aircraft at C2, assist defense allied port at E5, destroy enemy convoy at B4. B4 naval convoy. I don't have anything with a large scale bomb load, so that's not gonna work. Doop to doop to doop to doop to doop. What are we gonna bring out? Those bases need to be destroyed. What are you out in the moment, dead mate?
I'm in a 217. Trying to actually pepper said bases with bombs, and then I got interrupted by a pair of Corsairs on my way over.
Pair of course.
So just landed getting a rearm repair, and I'm going to try again.
Alright. Well, where are you taking off from?
Wait a minute. From
Just give me a grid reference for the runway.
F6.
F6.
So the F6 runway. Alright, well, I will take off the...
I'm landing, so I'm on right base final, I think.
Stay away from me. I will shoot you.
13,500. Alright, we'll go with that. Born me in.
Do you guys want to wait for me?
Apparently I'm inside of you again, dead mate. We're getting a little
she
personal
said.
here.
Stop touching me.
Ooh la la.
Get rolling. Get rolling. Get out of here.
I am.
I think the French air is doing something strange to you. To the both of you. Heavens, what
Alright.
peculiar affectations. Wait a minute.
God,
F6.
Kels.
Oh, that... I know where that runway is. I'm right in front of it. Oh dear. Things are about to get spicy.
Really, you're not flying down the side of it, are you? By any... Just out of curiosity.
Me?
Oh no, I died. Ship's mast only rendered in at the last second and I got cut in half.
Which way is this freaking runway run? Oh, it runs that way. Okay, so I'm... Okay. Clearly...
The opposite way to what you think it does.
Yeah, the map is...
I know those really aren't tents in front of your face, and you're not going to hit them. Don't worry.
Alright. Throttle back.
I feel like I've gone through the entire Westland Company's stock of wyverns at this point.
Probably.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It is
Yeah, I
for
like
anyone else who likes the wyvern.
Apparently Israel used
like
wyverns.
Alright.
Why would Israel need a wyvern?
I don't know, they had a lot of British and French stuff during the 6 Days War. They were actually deliberately told by Britain not to use their centurions on the front lines, fearing retaliation from Soviet Union.
Wait, but
Israel's
the
like...
Westland wyverns are British aircraft. Why would they get that as French? Was that what?
Well, no, they got a lot of French and British stuff. They've used AMX 13s.
Oh, French and British. Okay.
They've used AMX 13s and American, I guess. You know, they had M48s. Or M46, I don't know which one came out at that time. They had a early thing. They used
And the
Centurions,
Victor.
AMX 13s.
Mags are going to be able to keep up.
I'm gonna go grab a drink, people.
I'm flying slot 2 off your left. And yeah, it's more of a concern of whether or not I can fly slow enough. I haven't had to go for flaps yet, but I'm starting to concern. I'm got a lot of pitch up here.
I I've just been told by my boss that it's 2 a.m. and that I should be going to bed. So this will be my last flight.
That'll be the pussycat.
Yes. And there we go. Up on my lap, and it's going to
I
start.
thought you were only 1 hour ahead of me. It's only midnight here. Must say only midnight here. But I thought New Zealand was only and Australia were only 1 hour ahead. I suppose 'cause it depends what part of the countries you're in.
Daylight savings too is still in effect, which makes a bit of a difference.
Yes, of course. Commonwealth daylight savings. I forget about that.
Yeah, so that shifts things.
Daylight shavings.
The stream can probably see my cat too.
You're gonna get banned, dead meat. You know.
What?
You're not allowed to show pussy on stream.
Oof.
Is this what the kids would call Pog Champ?
I don't get that meme. I am definitely too old. I don't get that meme. I don't get what the hell that is.
Yeah, you're
I
old.
think it's just
a famous streamer made a face, and it got, for some reason, it got named PogChamp.
I'm gonna
think
go
it was
after
something
those
to do with
bombers,
the
I
Pogs.
think.
Then it got turned into into an icon that was able to be used universally across Twitch, and I don't understand it.
I'm gonna go take those
Good.
bombers
Well,
out
good.
for our
I
team,
don't
guess,
understand it either.
if that's okay
And
with
then-
y'all. I've got two 30
then-
millimeter something 108s, I think. What are these?
Well, go do whatever you're going to do with them.
MK103s.
I'm talking at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, as I said.
Rolling off left.
Okay.
Dead meat, keep talking.
Yep.
I got a target.
Yeah, the thing off to the 10 o'clock low.
I'm gonna go investigate. Keep going, yeah, because I don't understand this meme in the
Anyway,
slightest.
Recently they started cycling out the icons that the PogChamp like command displayed, because he said something that you know, certain groups that have certain political leanings disagreed with.
Republicans. Donald Trump.
Well, no, the other people.
Oh, Biden?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's not do politics on stream or YouTube. Let's avoid that.
I love politics. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like entertainment. I don't even take it seriously
that's-
anymore.
no, that's
Yeah,
not.
no.
Shut up, or I will kick
Yeah.
you out of channel.
Yeah. So
Oh,
somebody said something that somebody didn't like, and they're pulling his emotes and stuff. Okay.
So you'll see that the PogChamp icon doesn't look like it used to. Yeah, and it changes like on a weekly basis.
Wasn't there someone on Twitch who was like this girl or something who was causing problems for a lot of people?
I
It
don't
really
know. I don't
doesn't
care.
narrow
We're
it
not-
down.
I don't like she was.
And
That's, I don't care. It's not
Yeah.
really something we talk about while I'm
Yeah.
streaming
No.
on
No.
Twitch. No Twitch
Wyvern
drama.
torpedo
No,
time.
no drama. Keep it game focused, please.
Yeah. No real interest in any of the.
Oh, that's a guy on my tail. Oh, no.
Are you sure it's a guy?
How do you know it's not a woman?
Hi.
It's the guy on my tail.
That one guy.
Politics strikes again. It was distracting me and now I'm dead. Oh, you are to blame for this. When they say they're bringing politics into gaming, this is clearly what they mean.
To be fair, I should have killed you a hell of a lot earlier. I was just I was shooting like shit.
Did you see what happened to my torpedo? It didn't even register as hitting the destroyer. It just went straight through,
It
even
went
though it was
boink.
sinking. Just now you know. Now
It's
you
in,
know.
it is actually possible that that's my fault. I maybe shouldn't have killed you straight away. because
Saw what happened to the torpedo. It went towards the ship and then nothing happened.
Oh my god.
yeah, because it doesn't actually exist after you die. This is why if you fire a shell in ground battles in tanks, and they fire a shell at you,
If you're finished playing around, can you come back this way?
yeah, I'm already on my way back. Whereabouts are you roughly?
Just about.
What does it
across
mean
the
if one of your
coast.
team was hunted?
Clear comms. Whereabouts are you at the moment?
Just crossing the coastline.
Just crossing the coastline. Alright, so I'm a bit of a ways back. I assume you're being tracked at the moment by something? I'm not
No,
seeing traces.
I see things heading ahead of me. And it's
Alright, so I'm seeing two dots close together and two dots spread on a split. I'm assuming.
To my 2 o'clock.
Right. Is there one further down? Oh, you
Yeah, there's
probably
one
wouldn't be able
down
to
to
see.
my lower left, just crossing the coast now.
Okay, that's probably red. Alright, so yeah, I think the two, yeah, if you're high and it's lower left, okay, I think I've got eyes on you. I think I've got eyes on you. Yeah, you've got two to your 6 playing around. I'm low, but I'm trying to climb up at the moment. I'm carrying some extra weight here.
So there's one playing my height to my 3 o'clock, and there's one to my 10 o'clock climbing, and one to my 9 o'clock low.
Alright. I am now not entirely sure which one you are, but I am closing in on the pack, so I will investigate for you. I'm not seeing tracer fire, which is meaning this is not giving me an easy guess at the moment.
I just shot. Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't want to.
What's your grid? What's your
grid?
Whoa! Somebody just got fireballed right in front of me.
That wasn't me. I'm in C2.
C2. Oh, okay. So you're off to my right. So that wasn't the group that I was looking at. All right. So the ones that were heading towards you seem to have gotten their own thing going on at the moment.
Cool. Good.
Turning C2. I see 2 dots.
Yeah, there's one plane coming in on my left. I don't know whether it's friendly or not.
Okay. All right. So I think I know which one's you, and I can see the one to your left. Closing in, setting intercept to you. Not as fast as I would like at the moment. This thing's really slags down when it's got the bomb on.
Which one is it?
I'm in the D13.
Oh. I got a kill. Look at that. Oh. Whoops. I also just killed my engine.
But actually.
I always knew you were a bit of a fucker, Mags. This just confirms it.
I'm a massive fucker.
Would you consider yourself a fucker by trade?
Okay, that target has gone under you at the moment, dead mate.
Well, my gun is
I
not
think it's
shooting. At least.
well, that's something. It says it's probably
there's
not.
two targets underneath me, far below me. I'm up at 10,000.
Yeah, I'm at 8. I'm climbing. You're banking left at the moment?
I'm pretty much straight and level. I'm lining up for a bomb run.
Oh, no, I died.
Alright, so maybe... maybe that's you. Where did the other one go then?
Somewhere.
Don't know. I'm not
Hmm.
dying.
Oh no, there it
I'm
is.
not dead yet, so I'm happy.
Yeah, well, it's sitting off your left, so I can see it now.
Oh.
I think you're to my right, it's to the left, and
Well,
you seem to be clear.
away. So I can now vacate the area.
Yeah, well, I've got 1 extra, so if what you've got isn't enough to take out that target, I can put 1 more on it. Whoa! Alright, I just got crossed.
Okay, I see you then. I'll come and distract them. Actually, no, I'm going to head back towards base.
Yeah, no, you get out of here and that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm dropping bombs. Screw this.
This is
I
the
got
peak
big-
of fighters. Warsmith has gone rather quiet at the moment.
I'm here, mate. I'm here. Also, because I just don't really have much to say.
Oh,
You guys are doing all the
whoa.
important stuff. I'm just sort of here. I'm chilling out, Max, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. So I have reasonable cause to believe that a couple of guys are up to no good, and they are causing trouble in my neighbourhood.
Oh, okay.
And if I get in so much as one little fight, then my mum might get scared. She'll send me to my auntie and uncle over in Bel Air.
It's probably not somewhere you want to go at the moment. Not unless you get all your immunisations up to date.
I like immunizations.
I have actually had a PCR test. It's not nice.
Here we go.
It's like having a poker shoved up your nose. Just you see stars for a minute and then you're sneezing for the rest of the day. It's
Oh, I've had several of those tests.
Whoa!
I just killed a bullfighter.
It's a bear
Well,
fighter, darling. It's a bear fighter. The finest of bristling.
So I didn't need those flaps. It's fine.
At least I didn't call it a bay fighter or something stupid. I love people who call it that. I liked your IL-2 video on the bullfighter you did a while back, Max. That was a good one. In IL-2.
In 1946.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
the
know,
year
I've
wasn't
got
1946. It was
200
only a couple years ago, but yeah, the game was 1946. Sorry. You probably want to slap me so hard right now.
I'm
Oh, I
just gonna
do, just not for that
give
joke.
you
That one I
silent
give you.
disappointment treatment.
Okay, where is this guy? There's a fighter
It's
around
not
here.
that it's not that I'm mad. I'm just really disappointed.
Alright, the Spitfire that was in the area has been cleared out, dead meat, so you should have an open path the same way you came in to exit back out.
Oh, I'm going. There's a group of planes that I'm passing over the top of. I thought they were going to climb up and pummel me, but apparently not.
There's a destroyer in your port that's been sinking for the past 30 minutes. Still not dead. It's taken like 20,000 kilos of bombs. Still going. Absolute bloody unit.
So I just claimed 4 kills in
Another
that one
kills.
engagement. Is that pretty good?
Yep.
They are airfield defense Spitfires. They're not exactly the sharpest tools in the shed.
No, they're over the destroyers on our side.
Why are they over the destroyers on yours?
I don't know. Maybe they were leftovers of the bomber escort. Cause I went and messed that squadron up a bit. I took 2 of the Wellingtons.
That's a problem.
What is?
What's wrong?
I just got shredded.
Wow.
Well, it'll buff out.
Oh,
It'll buff out.
Attack
damn
buff
it.
here and there, yeah, because
damn it. I was trying to get the angles right so I'd slam into the cliffs of Dover, but it's not quite.
You're just like, I wanted.
Sorry, but Cliffs of Dover don't want to associate you with you anymore. You're playing too much of the other IL-2 title for their taste.
G4.
Are you gonna do any more of those scripted videos, like where you kind of follow a pilot and use like IL-2 or War Thunder, whatever flight sim to kind of follow like their little journey?
Nope.
Oof. I like those.
I would
though.
love to. I had plans to do more of them, but at the moment there's not really a lot of point. There's not a huge amount of people watching the channel in the general rule at the moment, and not a huge amount of people watching flight sim videos in general across the board. So
There you are, Max. How's my landing?
I didn't see it.
Well, now you do. Good day.
That's generally not how that's supposed to work.
I get a repair.
Gear up.
I get a repair. I got 4 kills. That'll make up for it. Buy the mechanic a drink or something. I don't know.
Nylander you can walk away from, even if everybody else walks away from it phenomenally disgusted.
Well,
True.
wasn't that bad, okay? I didn't crash on the runway, okay? I wasn't selfish.
The fact that the word crash was still in that sentence is indicative of wider issues.
Yeah, I don't get the yellow spinners either.
What are you in again, Mags?
K4 at the moment.
Oh!
I need an interceptor.
Good. We can fly together. Let me just take off quick. You get to form
Is
up
that a
on me.
promise or a threat?
I'd be squad lead.
Yeah, no. I'm already out of here anyway. This is in F4, so still on track. It should be that last one. The objective. How long have we got here? Time left 53 minutes. 53 minutes to sync out the rest of these points. This is going to take the full 3 hours.
I don't like this map very much. I mean, I like it, but like, I'd rather just like have combat like close to the airfields and stuff, you know, where it's not like a, you know.
You want to play arcade?
No, like I mean, I don't mind like flying for like, you know, a few minutes, but when when I have to take a 45-minute fuel load,
Then you're playing sim. Welcome to the game.
Then you're playing sim. Yes. Yeah, if you're taking off and intercepting an enemy aircraft within 4 minutes, and it's not a massive bomber swarm that's coming across the English Channel trying to bomb your airfield, if they're taking off and they're intercepting you within 4 minutes, then you're playing arcade mode, because the reality of the fact is the 2 runways you're taking off from are within artillery range of one another. So you wouldn't be deploying. It's the joke of the distance of the Korea map. The Korea map in Sim, both runways are actually within artillery range. If that was real, no aircraft would be deployed because those runways would be full of artillery guns shelling the other base. They wouldn't bother sending planes.
like Zhengzhou and
In Sim, if you're not taking a 30-minute fuel load, you're not flying Sim, and that's fine. But that's what this map is about. That's why I personally like this map. This is one of the simmiest maps that EC actually has. I didn't actually realize it had an enduring confrontation version of it until I was looking before, and I'm bloody glad that they do. Because it's the one of only a handful of maps that are close to being the right size and scale. To actually be able to, and that's a dead meat.
I do like
Were you
this
hunting
map
for bombers
in
too?
Jets.
No, I'm coming into land.
I really
So
hope that
probably not.
if
even-
Anne-
yeah.
keep going. It's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, that's the problem. In Jets, these maps would be too close together because, well, like you realize you can radar lock and fire on somebody across the length of the English Channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could take off from Dover and I could shoot somebody that's halfway to Paris with an air missile. Yeah, this map is too small for jets. Actually, all War Thunder maps are too small for jets. This map is actually about the right size. It's actually only at 1/4 scale.
There was one
Yeah, it's 1/4 scale, but it is almost the right size to actually do a proper Battle of Britain. So E-Series 109s, Spitfire 1s, 2s, and Hurricanes. Beaufighters, Wellingtons. It's actually almost the right scale to be able to do a War Thunder version of that is very simmy.
Well, I mean, you did a video on like jet battle maps because I think you were flying the B-57B, the second one in the U.S. tech tree, and it was like, what was it, like 3 minutes or something, and you were already at the base or less.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's and it's only getting worse as more powerful aircraft are coming in, but maps aren't growing. Like, yeah, but nothing's changed. That video, people still watch it today and note that it's, despite the fact that it's 5 years old, it's still relevant. The scary one is Gaijin's just put their first swing wing in, which means, well, I've been saying it for ages, the Tomcat is coming.
I want to see the A6 intruder before that, though. Just because.
Yeah, but you won't. Gaijin will go after stuff that they can sell, and there'll be a Tomcat A coming very soon. If it's not in the next release, I'm almost willing to guarantee it'll be in the one after. The problem is, you got the AIM 54 Phoenix, which, if a Tomcat pilot can get to the correct altitude, should be able to hit a target at about 110 nautical miles. A bomber. There is no map in War Thunder that's 110 nautical miles across. Even this one. That's almost corner shooting from one side of this map to the other and being able to successfully hit a target. And all the Tomcat pilot should have to do is fire the missile and then keep it on its nose until the missile is 10 nautical miles out of target. And at that point, the missile goes pitbull and goodbye bomber.
Do you think they're gonna ever add B-52s or Vulcans?
They would. No.
I'd love to fly one of those. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, no, they probably won't add those because a B-52 or a Vulcan would clear every single base on a map
It's no different
in
than
one pass.
B-29.
That destroyer just sank. I got credit, yay! It only took about 30 minutes.
Just one moment, I'll answer you. Seeing Devil?
I don't know.
Bring out soon.
They should get more Middle Eastern maps for like when they do add like, you know, the F-14 or F-15 if that ever comes, you know, later. Because based, like, similar shape to the F-14, like both of those are very similarly shaped, you know. One's Navy, one's
F-14 and F-15, F-14 and F-15 look nothing alike and have absolutely no shape correspondence at all.
They kind of do. I mean, there's two-seat F-15s.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's got nothing to do with it.
I'm jumping off comms now. I'll
Alright,
just later.
good night, Dead Mate.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's nighttime there?
The F-14 is a variable geometry wing flying radar with 2 seats. The F-15 has fixed wings that are a completely different size shape. The aircraft's the only thing they've got in correspondence is they both have 2 engines, and they've got twin vertical stabilizers. That's it.
That's kind of what I was going
There is a
off of.
pilot in the
And
cockpit.
they both have a cockpit. They both have a cockpit. Yeah, but that means that by that description, a MiG-29 and a Tomcat look identical because they both have bloody cockpits, twin engines, and twin wings, twin stabilizers.
Okay.
They're not even remotely the same, or even close to being remotely the same.
I mean, like, if they add, like, the MiG-29 and the F-15, they could do, like, a Middle Eastern
They'll want
Iraqi map or something.
They won't add any more maps that way because Gaijin hasn't done map additions outside of ground forces in half a decade. They won't add anything more there. You won't see that at all. That's just the way it is.
Well, Afghanistan wasn't that long ago.
Afghanistan was primarily added for ground. It was part of the Afghanistan ground map that was added. Like, that's where it came from. It was, nothing has been added that hasn't been ground related or associated to ground almost since ground released, actually. This map here has been around for friggin' ages. Nobody sees it, but this map here is 4 to 5 years old. It is,
I know
and
it feels like a modification of Boulogne-sur-Mer, but I'm not sure if it is Boulogne-sur-Mer. It might be, but it probably is. You're almost correct.
That's why you're seeing Gaijin cycle arcade maps into RB now, because people are complaining about the same maps coming up over and over and over and over again, and they keep coming up because Gaijin doesn't add new ones. And they used to add new ones and cycle them out, but they haven't done it in ages. But you know, they're focusing on ground forces now, but they're not going to add any maps unique to air forces, and they absolutely will add the F-15, and they will eventually add up to the F-22 and F-35 as well. They'll continue adding aircraft up to the point that they can't, and that's when they'll call the air tree.
I think I just bounced a bomb off of a destroyer because it just registered as non-penetration well before the fuse would have gone off.
You can do that. You can if you get the like it still is a mechanic. If you get the speed right, you can actually skip bombs into the sides of ships. That was actually one of the things that Gaijin got very right.
Oh, I know you can do that. It's just it's not something I can do when I want to do it. I only seem to do it when it's an accident.
All right, so here we go. We have an engagement now. I'm not sure who's who here.
I'm going to.
Or at least it appears to be an engagement.
I'm going to
Put the bullets in the bad one.
Yep, I know which one the bad one is at the moment.
As long as it's not me, I'm not bad. I'm just misunderstood. But yeah, as I was going, there was two things I was going
shit!
past.
What?
Whoever crossed over then, did I take you out then? Somebody just decided to dive straight between my guns and my target.
That wasn't me.
And nearly 830s as a result.
Thinking for the Tomcat. Do you suppose the do we get Tom Cruise as a stock option, or do you think he'll be a modification we have to research?
There will be a skin. Trust me, there will be a skin.
Is it only the premium version that gets homoerotic subtext?
$10 says, here's my bet. $10 says, Gaijin will add the Tomcat A at around about the same time Top Gun 2 is released.
So everyone goes out and buys it.
Because it's being held at the moment for release because of COVID, but it's going to be. I think its plan was they were planning on a 2022 release now, due to the COVID delay.
Do you know any COVID people?
Pardon?
Do you know any people who've gotten COVID and died?
I know somebody who's died from
What question
COVID.
is that?
Yes,
What
I know
kind of
somebody who's
question
died
is
of COVID.
that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not something you should be asking, but yes, I do know somebody who actually had it. Admittedly, he was old. But yes.
Oh, apparently if you've had it, because a coworker.
Why did COVID come up as the discussion other than it delayed a movie?
Because COVID's interesting.
It's not. I'm curious, because you realize a lot of the talking you've done through this night, I'm going to have to spend about 3 to 4 hours deleting most of what you've said from videos. Because what you've put in so far, you've offended people, you've said shit that will get videos demonetized, you've gone into personal subjects.
Freedom of speech.
Not on my fucking videos, it's not. You don't have the freedom of speech to fucking demonetize my videos.
You're still monetized?
Yes, I'm still monetized. I have a working YouTube channel.
You literally
bow
can't
and
hardly do
powers
that
of
anymore nowadays, though.
storm.
Like, most people have to get sponsors and things.
That's not
Yeah, well,
relevant to this conversation.
It's not.
though.
Yes, it's not. And even if they had sponsors, videos and channels are taken down for some of the shit that you seem to bring up. And yeah,
That's because people
Like,
get butthurt too.
I seriously, dude. I thought you were supposed to be a YouTuber.
I am.
I thought you were trying to be one. So how the hell are you making these mistakes? Because this is the kind of shit that gets you put on the blacklist and gets you not only demonetized but gets you shadow banned by YouTube.
The Splinter Cell blacklist.
Open discussion of COVID outside of one or two mentions will get the YouTube algorithm to auto shadow ban you. That will prevent your videos from showing up on any kind of recommended lists. It will even cause some of your subscribers to not receive notifications of the videos that you are uploading, even though they are subscribed.
Yeah, I've noticed that like people in other countries can't see stuff because their governments block things. Especially like a friend of mine from China.
It's not the government. It is the YouTube algorithm. And it's not blocked in some countries, it is blocked total across YouTube. If you want to seriously do anything YouTube related, mate, what you need to do right now is go and start looking into the YouTube algorithm, how it works. The AI on that thing, if you bring up certain key subjects, discussion points, talk in a certain way about certain things, it will straight up block your videos and screw your channel, and it won't notify you that it's doing it.
But how,
your channel,
how can an AI do that?
I don't watch your videos.
Like, how can they have an AI do that? Because the AI isn't a normal human.
They don't need it to. It listens to keywords.
Well, they should.
Every time you upload a video, as it's doing its when it comes up on your channel as the video is being processed, what processing means is the YouTube algorithm's AI is currently listening to and watching every frame of your video, and it has a database that contains petabytes of words, information, phrases, images, of things that it doesn't like. And if it detects any of these, and it can reference them all in the space of just a few minutes, or even less, and if it detects any of these, it can do anything between demonetize your video, shadow ban you, delete your video completely and shut down your channel, issue a strike. This is how YouTube audio, like copyright audio, is detected. The bot hears two split seconds of a song, and it goes, it's that song. And this is also why it sometimes gets it wrong, because it'll hear a sound of somebody talking that it thinks is a song, and it picks it up. Every single video that you have ever uploaded is scanned by the YouTube algorithm and every single word that you say, every single thing that you talk about, every single image you put up, every single joke you make is scanned by an AI and referenced against a database that has more information than you've ever seen.
We should just boycott.
Buddy, YouTube and Google have spent billions of dollars building this system, and this system is part of the reason why YouTube still exists, even though it operates as a loss for Google, because this system is so powerful and so good at what it does. There is no algorithm on the planet that is better for this kind of work than the one that Google has created, and they license it out to other areas as well. The military uses this algorithm. The military uses a version of the Google algorithm to scan information rapidly, because they can feed 100 hours worth of radio intercepts into it, and that algorithm can pass them all and process them in 2 minutes and give them every single relevant piece of information that they ask for.
Well, that's the military. That's not just being a dick to the people who use their platform by basically banning their freedom of speech. Like, you should be able to say whatever,
people on the platform,
whenever, however you want.
Duty.
Like, you should be able just to, I mean, if you are a racist a-hole and you wanted to say something like that, you should be able to go do that. Do I support you?
You should.
Probably not, but
you should. You should absolutely. You should absolutely be allowed to be the biggest cunt in the world, and everybody around you should be allowed to tell you that you're the biggest cunt in the world. I believe that is the way it should work as well. And I am entirely down, and I'll be quite happy to call a lot of people cunts for some of the things that they think and say. That is not how it works, however. How it actually works is there is a giant AI that is worth billions of dollars that is watching and listening to everything that you say. And if any of it comes up in what it considers to be something that it considers to be naughty, it'll just it will go through an appropriate punishment list that it has been pre-programmed with, and it will dish out that punishment buddy instantly. I mean, seriously, mate. YouTube has what was the last number? What was the last number?
I'm going to hazard a guess and say it's more than 2.
15,000 hours of video footage uploaded every 60 seconds worldwide. Do you honestly think that it was ever people that were going through that and processing that and checking that?
No.
Mostly why there's an appeal system, because it's AI, it's wrong, you need to have meat bag.
And the funny thing is, the appeal system, its first wave, is also handled by the AI. It's still not handled by a person. You've got to get through the first appeal system and get to the second appeal system, which is why I've deleted the video now, but I've never been able to get my what was it again? Sniper Elite 3 assassinating Hitler video remonetized. Because I had a video where I basically spent 40 minutes going through every potential way you can complete the Kill Hitler mission and assassinate Hitler, down to blowing off his other testicle, frying him in cars, dropping a bell on his head. I even did it to a funny ensemble. It was I was really proud of that one. Demonetized instantly, but because there is the word Hitler mentioned in it in more than one time, that video is permanently demonetized. What I've just said describing that video to you is enough to get this video, when I eventually upload it, demonetized, and I will have to delete this entire conversation as a result of it. Because the AI will pick this up, hear that word multiple times, and go, nah, gone. That's the way it works.
Well, I guess...
It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. You cannot agree with it all you want. There are thousands of people that don't agree with it as well. Millions of people that don't agree with it. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the system functions. Whether we like it or not, that's what we have to deal with.
Oh shit, that was a dude. I thought that was an AI. I've just killed a poor 188. I feel bad about that. Oh. He's got a friend. Oh no! Is that... Oh no, I think I have a sneaking suspicion who that friend is.
What do you think that is?
Is it the man, the myth, the legend, Bucks Dogan, Shadow Legend?
Nah, mate.
Well,
it's just some asshole.
That was literally the worst.
I'm in a wyvern. How am I not outrunning you?
I've used up.
Yeah, I won't catch you in a wyvern.
25 minutes of fuel, and I have done.
You don't have to catch
nothing.
me. That's my control surfaces gone.
Oh, I got the control surfaces, did I?
Yeah, you've got a German cannon. What doesn't it hit?
To be fair, I wasn't sure if that German cannon was actually what hit, or if it was the lighter guns.
Actually, it probably was the lighter guns. If it was the cannon, I wouldn't have had an airframe to limp back with.
Yeah, that should have removed the entire tail. Although I'm not sure how the 30 mils are performing in this patch.
It's a German.
I like the way they sound now.
This would be fantastic.
Everything sounds like really nice. I haven't fired a single shot this entire flight, and it's been almost 30 minutes.
You gotta hunt for the targets more. I've engaged one. I'm engaging a second one now. I think that's a...
Well,
Would this be my friend from before? Is my friend in the Twin Mustang back again?
I went all the way up there.
It's a different friend in a Twin Mustang.
Because it says there's bombers
in
up
fact,
there,
I think it's a different. I think this is the third friend in a Twin Mustang you've made. You get around. That's at least 6 pairs of propellers you've befriended over the course of this match.
6 pairs of propellers.
Correction, 3 pairs of propellers. 6 propellers.
Oh, he felt that.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
what I was going to ask before the topic went down is that if we inevitably, what kind of sentence is that? If we do the Port Moresby map, I would like to be on the Japanese side. Because
yeah, you can be on whatever side you want. I won't. I won't. Oh, and down he goes. Soft landing. I think that's my third Twin Mustang. I'm not gonna tell people what sides they have to be on and the rest. I mean, I'm probably going to go for the Japanese side myself because my Zero.
Yes.
I love my Zero.
Do you like the new Zero?
Torpedo bombers together.
We talked about this one before. I haven't actually seen it, but the idea of a Zero with the 50 cals fitted instead of things, yeah, that I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I'm yet to fly it, so we'll have to see.
350 cal. The exact setup is, you know, the current top A6M5. It's got a single 50 cal and single rifle cal in the cal.
Actually, it's a 13.2
Yep.
millimeter.
Well, the way the hay works is the rifle cal is removed from the cowling, and then the two new 50 cals are added to the wings, but it'll have the hole in the cowling from where the rifle cal used to be. So it's got three 12.7 and two 20 mils. It's a very strange, somewhat asymmetric setup. It's also
I
got
can
a
deal with
very
that.
nice camouflage. So, I mean,
Yeah, I can deal with that. I'll have to have a look at it, but yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing because the only issue I ever had with the Zero, I didn't care about the fact that it was slower, and I loved its maneuverability, but the guns were a bit pants sometimes.
Japanese guns
And
make they're never consistent. Well, they are consistent.
the,
They're consistent in how terrible they are.
Well, yeah, I actually like the Japanese 20 mils. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually don't mind them. The problem is there's not enough ammo, and the Japanese rifle cals are just shite.
Well, I mean,
They really are.
I've been flying the
Once this match is over and
J2M2.
I've had a look at the 262 Yabo, I will. Actually, yeah, you've told me about the Yabo. I've told you about the A6M5. This is even.
Yeah, that works.
But
Yeah,
the,
I'll poke my head in and have a look at it as soon as this match is over because we've only got there's 29 minutes actually left, but.
I have pictures that I think I have actually told you about this. I do actually have pictures of the A6M5. Hey, actually, wait, no. I think what I have pictures of is the A6M7, which is pretty similar. It's like the final Zero.
Yeah.
So I'll sling them down in Adeptus Mechanicus. Give you a ping once we're out of this match.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to see him. The Zero is one of my favorite aircraft. It's a constant battle between the Zero and the P-38 on which one I prefer. I really like both those planes
So I
more
was
than anything else.
Very good choice.
I was
Very good
flying the
choice. I think-
J2M2 in Sim once. First time ever actually flying that thing. And basically got 2 kills, basically spaded most of the plane, took it out in a realistic match to do like a realistic video on it. Got 3 kills first match, absolutely cleaned house. Yeah. I
My
did a lot.
interest in those two planes has nothing to do with War Thunder performance or even sim performance in general. I just really admire the design. I really just like it's a beautiful aircraft.
I was gonna put a
And-
model together of a J2M once.
One of the best aircraft you can get that is a balance of both being real life gorgeous, historically interesting, and just really fun to fly in game. In fact, my favourite thing to fly in game, the B7A2, the Ryusei, the Grace, just
Yep.
quintessential torpedo bomber, absolutely beautiful to look at. Some really nice skins, it's just got
Yeah,
that
I'd
lovely
give it that.
shape to its wings. I don't think there is a better torpedo bomber outside of like the XBBD Sky Pirate or the BTD Destroyer.
The Japanese stuff in general is really interesting to do your research and reading on because there's a lot of it where, despite being so important to the way the war went, at the same time,
Did you see me firing my cannons?
yeah, I was making sure I don't run into the shells as I'm coming in the glide slope. At the same time, there's a lot not known about them. Like, a lot of people just don't know anything about it. Like, most people, they know of the Zero, they know of the Cape, and that's
I know of the
about
Cape.
it. The Cape's appeared in a lot of movies.
In Pearl Harbor.
And you got to remember the vast majority of people who know World War II know it from watching a movie. Is where they get a lot of their info, which is unfortunate because it means I've had to spend years explaining to people, no, Red Tails is not a recreation. what you see in that movie is not how real life dogfights happened. And no, let me show you a little
trick I learned.
Yeah, let me show them a little trick I learned. Is not an actual thing. It is in fact aerodynamically impossible.
They actually used
Let's go
the
for it,
Star
I
Wars
must
TIE Fighter like files for like the movement for that, which is why they kind of moved.
there is a list of things that is so very wrong with that movie that it's actually no, I'm going to exit out of this plane and pick another one. That a list of things that is so very wrong with that movie that I've had to spend quite a lot of time explaining to people on this channel at extreme levels of frustration, often to the response of, no, I saw it in Red Tails. It has to be real. That's a real story about the squadron. It's real. No, that's not how physics or aerodynamics work. And yeah, that movie, if every single copy of it, I'm not for censorship. I am not for book burning. I am not for anything like that. But if every single copy of that movie was to simultaneously find itself in a landfill that was on fire, and at exactly the same time a strange stellar event happened that caused every person who has ever seen that movie just to have that little section of their brain that holds that memory erased, I would not complain about this. I would be entirely happy for this. And Pearl Harbor is not far behind that one, just quietly. There are a couple of sections of that movie that I like. The vast majority of it, I don't.
I love I love the part in that movie when they're like strafing like the airfield, and there's just like 2 machine guns just like floating in midair. It's like, where the hell are those coming from? You know, it's just like ridiculous. Also, History Channel likes to say that the A6M0 has 20 mils on its nose and 30 mils on its wings. I literally watched a video and they're like, yes, it opened up with its 20 mils and 30 mils, and I'm just
nobody should watch the History Channel. The History Channel hasn't been anything historical in since the 2000s at the least, early 2000s, close to 20 years.
Yeah,
it's kind of like MTV. It's kind of like MTV has nothing to do with music anymore.
Well, I basically grew up on old Discovery and old History Channel, where like I was raised
when they
on
actually
like
had
Pacific, and yeah, I mean I'm not old like at all.
I'm not
I'm
old.
like 24, but
I have, yeah. Australia, we got those mixed in, because we obviously didn't have those US channels or that kind of stuff over here at that point. We didn't really get much in the way of that kind of pay TV.
You got Steve Irwin, that's what you got.
But we got some of that on free to air, and we also got some like BBC documentaries and stuff. So I grew up on 90s aviation documentaries, the good ones. I've still got one
British
here at the moment.
BBC.
Actually, late 80s. I think it was BBC. No. Reach for the Skies.
BBC. Oh,
Reach for the Skies. I've got the whole series. It is possibly still to this day the single best made aviation documentary ever done. Not only is the information accurate, they got a lot of the real aircraft flying and did a lot of custom, like a lot of, specifically hiring out military aircraft or commercial aircraft, and rather than doing just stock footage passes, actually organizing those planes to fly so that they could be recorded specifically for the documentary in a specific way to show the aircraft at angles that you wouldn't normally see. They've got a beautiful episode all on the SR-71 that has some footage that was never shown outside of that documentary because they organized to fly up with an SR-71 in a chase plane and film it to get the angles that they wanted of it in flight, so they could talk about the various design features and point them out while it was in the air. They got Concorde before she was grounded, because obviously late 80s, Concorde was still up. They've got Concorde in there. when they were doing the Wright brothers talk, so a lot of the birth of aviation talk and into World War One aircraft, because they covered the whole spectrum from the Wright brothers flyer all the way to what was the latest aircraft in the late 80s. So essentially Hornets, F-16s, and that kind of stuff was showing up towards the end.
And then you start to realize just how old they are.
Well, they went to when they did the Wright brothers thing, because they wanted to show a Wright brothers flyer flying. So they actually organized a couple of like professional scale model builders that knew their shit and organized a team together, and they recreated the Wright brothers' first flight on Kitty Hawk.
Like actually at
on
Kitty Hawk?
location at the exact location that the real flight took place. They organized on the beach to set up the rail, and they built a 1/1 scale functioning Wright flyer that worked, and they flew it. They actually redid the entire flight from scratch for the documentary so that you could see what the first flight really looked like. Not a drawing, not an image, not a person talking about it. They created the Wright flyer again to the last nut and bolt and then flew it. Like for a documentary, it was something else, and I've got the entire thing. I had to R it because it doesn't get aired anywhere anymore. But and the quality is somewhat shitty, which is unfortunate because it had some of the highest quality aviation shots that were ever done in this particular documentary. But it's obviously a bootleg done off somebody's VHS tapes, probably taken from when it was aired in the 80s. But I've got the bloody thing, and it is something else to watch. They don't make docos like that anymore, and it is unfortunate because it is really good.
If you've just got a notification on Discord, I have just sent the name of that to you, so I can look back at it for reference later.
Yep.
I think my diet was primarily a surprisingly large amount of documentaries on specifically the I-400 class submarine for reasons unknown. They really like that submarine. I mean, to be fair, it's a really nice submarine. So
Yeah.
don't blame
If you want to put the full documentary name down, so you can search it later, it's Reaching for the Skies. The story, Reaching for the Skies, the story and history of aircraft development. And it's like a 27-part British-made, late 80s style documentary. So they are into every nut and bolt, and it goes on interviews with the pilots, interviews with the engineers, demonstrations of the construction, demonstrations of the flight. They talk about the Concorde barrel roll in it.
So Reaching for the Skies, something aircraft development.
Yeah, the story of the story and history of aircraft development, and
Sounds
yeah,
like
it's
a good way to waste a couple days.
There we go.
oh yeah. Even today, if I'm doing my drawing, I've got the tablets and everything else set up. It's not uncommon for me just to go through, bang, episode 1, playlist on, volumes up, and that's it. That's my day. Just
I can recommend.
to-
It's probably kind of cheesy, so it's not up to modern standards, but it will forever hold a place in my heart for what it is, because I watched it all the time, and there was this one time I was home from like secondary school sick, and it was on TV on a marathon run, and I was like, yeah, Battle 360, USS Enterprise.
Agreed.
Yeah, I've
Basically
watched that.
follows the end. Yes.
It's not cheesy. I watched that one as well. That was actually a really good documentary. It's very American. It's very bring on the action, bring on this and this happened. But it was still a really good doco and had a lot of really good information in it.
I liked all of the Battle 360.
Every time the episode starts,
Yeah.
Battle 360.
Yeah, it's kind of like dogfights. Dogfights wasn't terrible. Sometimes got the information a little long, but it wasn't
Oh, yes.
terrible. But yeah, it was a little bit. We have to amp up the dramatization as much as possible. That is a lot of flack coming up too.
And then
So,
he
which
ate a
one of you-
burrito, and it was slightly spicy.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I
The
just
toilet
that
door
was the
was
golden
30
age.
meters away.
Back
Yeah,
when
they
there
don't
was,
do any of those anymore
back
because they
when
might have been
they
somebody
had
by talking.
military history as its own channel. That was great.
Yes.
And when Discovery had Mythbusters on all the time, see. There's this funny story I have with Mythbusters. Actually, I have a Mythbusters T-shirt, and it's got a quote from the show on it. And I didn't know why my family found it really funny at the time and told me not to wear the shirt after they realized after they bought it what it said on it. And I was like, Well, that's perfectly innocent. They're on about, like, engineering lubricant. And as you can probably tell from that, the quote on the bottom of the shirt was, "With lube, we can do anything." Which,
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for the show. That was unfortunate.
Flying around.
I actually
Yeah.
bent my props in that dive. That was interesting.
Damn. Yeah, I've noticed that the Wyvern overheats now, which is very strange considering the Wyvern's infamous for never overheating its engine. So clearly some shenaniganery is afoot.
Yeah, that's a Gaijin thing. That's they actually no, I don't know if 250 is going to be enough. I'm going to bring the F8 again. You want to bail out of the aircraft? Yep, we're going to get the F8. Yeah, that's Gaijin doing balancing stuff. As said, it's War Thunder isn't a sim. It's fine. They can do the balancing stuff so long as they're not trying to convince anybody it's a sim. It's a perfectly fine game for an arcade. For an arcade or a flight game, that's cool. But
This is why I'm kind of excited for Enlisted, because it's an arcade Battlefield style, but also still has some of the properties of like Squad.
Yeah.
And Postscriptum.
I need to
Can't
play
forget
some more of that
Postscriptum.
actually.
I really appreciate what actual flight sims do. They take a lot of brain cells I'm unfortunately devoid of, but sometimes I just want to take an obscure Japanese aircraft, shove a torpedo on it with my mouse and keyboard, and fling it at a boat. And War Thunder does that really well.
This is War Thunder thing for me too. I mean, I don't play. I don't really do RB anymore. Although I might do a little bit more of it soon enough. But I don't really. I've done it for too long. I've done 8 years of RB and arcade, and I haven't been able to do sim because I haven't been able to see. Now I've got VR, I can see, so I'm doing VR. Doing VR sim, and it is a lot of fun. But
Seeing is helpful.
it's the advantage of War Thunder for what it is just. And that's what I've tried to explain to a couple of the sim guys who, well, why are you doing the War Thunder stuff? Well, it's because I can load War Thunder up at virtually any time. I can put a line together out of, well, literally hundreds of aircraft. I can just pick whatever I want. They don't have to be thing. I'm just flying them for the sake of flying them. And I can drop into a battle and pretty much immediately have 3 hours of mayhem. And then I can go on with my day. Or I can have 15 minutes of mayhem and then I can log back out and leave. You know, it's up to me. I don't have to organize a sim flyout. I don't have to make missions. I don't need to organize people to get together. We don't have to schedule a time, and I don't have to schedule my life around performing the flight.
But you still can if you want to. The option is there, which is nice.
I can. Yeah, I can, but I don't have to for what like I do in IL2 or DCS, because it takes some organization to get people together for a proper sim. Especially if you're going to do a proper mission structure. It's not really something you can throw together. Like, Debmeat spends hours and hours and hours working on missions for the Unprofessionals IL2 server. And those are really good missions, and they're really unique, but it takes him hours of the day to build those missions and to keep them updated. He rents personal server space in order to run them. And pays for that himself, so that the Unprofessionals has a server to operate on that is actually of high quality, so we can have people from all around the world playing on it, rather than having it on some Who Flung Dung in somebody's backyard server setup. Although, admittedly, Deadmeat's Who Flung Dung server setup is pretty bloody good too.
That's the one thing I don't like about
he has a commercially hosted server, so that everybody has a really good quality connection, and we can have people from Europe play on it, and they can play perfectly fine. They have no problems at all. And then you've got to sort of organize a day for everybody to get together and fly. We fly Saturdays and Sundays. But you've got to organize that too. So all of this is just organizing and organizing and organizing, and then you get the event, and the event's great, but there's a shitload of work that goes behind it. War Thunder, I log in, I select the plane, I select sim, I select the map that I want that's available, or I create one, I hit go, and that's it. It's done.
That's what I wish IL2 was like in Rise of Flight, because me and my friend were trying to do like 1v1s in Rise of Flight, but it's just like, no. It's so stupid.
It won't. It never will be. No, it never will be, because flight sim is a niche genre, and there are very few people that are interested in full flight sim. And I can respect that, but this is the thing that actually it's a lot of people in the combat flight sim community don't realize. There are more people flying simulation 747s from point A to point B than there are flying fighters. There are more people playing Microsoft Flight Simulator right now than there are playing IL-2 1946, IL-2 Cliffs of Dover, IL-2 Great Battles and all of its expansion packs, and DCS, and probably War Thunder combined.
It's probably just more relaxing to them. That's why they do it.
Flight sim guys don't care about combat. The people that really are really into flight simulation don't give a shit about combat. I don't really give a shit about combat. I like warbirds. I like combat aircraft. But I can quite happily load up DCS and fly around in a Hornet for 2 hours and not shoot at anybody. Not even have enemies on the map that I could shoot at. I like flight. So
I like
flight
fight.
combat. Flight combat is a niche within a niche. You need to be an aviation enthusiast, and then you need to actually like simulated flight, and then you need to like combat on top of that. War Thunder doesn't necessarily require that, because it has arcade game modes, and that's where the majority of the players are. And the majority of War Thunder's players, you don't have to like the flight. Because essentially what War Thunder RB and War Thunder Arcade is a Twitch first-person shooter that happens to be based around planes. You're not really trying to fly anything. Sim, you're not either, really. Like, it's not really simulated. But it's still significantly lighter than an actual sim, but it's still more complicated than most people are interested. This is why people from RB very rarely move on to sim, but you'll get a lot of people that from AB that'll move up to RB over time.
Who's the dude in the ME410?
No idea.
I don't know. I'm in a Wyvern.
Still. Holy shit, you're outscoring everyone too.
Who?
Yeah, 9 tons of bombs out. Well done.
What the fuck? Whoa! Who's the spicy boy trying to give me a surprise?
This time, not me.
I took off and was immediately shot. What the hell? It's a bastard.
Yeah.
That bastard's runway strafing. The nerve. God, I hate people who do that.
Yeah, this one is absolutely not me. I'm at like 10,000 feet.
Oh, I know it's not you. You're not that much of a cock to strafe people on the runway.
Well, you say that, but have you seen my War Thunder jet sim videos when we're not playing on a match like this with people I know? If you're on the runway and I happen to be there and I'm in my Banshee, although to be fair, if you're in a fighter, I'll generally let you take off. If you're in a single engine, I'll let you take off. If I see an IL-76 or an IL-28 on a runway, it's dead. I don't give a shit. It's over.
Well, they
A
just kind of
288?
sit there.
Yeah, I will gun you down on the dirt. I don't care.
Have you ever seen the people who like sit on the runway and then like right before you come in, they J out, AA kills you, and they pop right back in?
Yeah, it's the oldest technique in War Thunder.
That is so
See,
stupid.
my secret to being a bomber pilot is I get back to the runway, I J out, and then I stay out because I'm not a massive cockwomble. I'm not going to make the entire enemy team play 20 minutes of hunt the guy at altitude, nor do I want to pay my repair costs for obvious suicide.
See, I don't do either of those things. I take my Lancaster and go, you know what, this is now a heavy fighter. And I start engaging the fighters. I had a beautiful, actually, it was last time, not the last time, it was Dead Meat and Tallow I was playing with, actually. It would have been before VR, so it would have been late last year, but before the VR. So it had to be September, October, I would have guessed, last year. with flying Talon dead meat, and we bought out the Sunderlands. The Sunderland has forward-firing machine guns. The 109 was really, really, really cocky about flying up to a bomber until the bomber went inverted, dived in on it, and started chasing it, and the 109 was suddenly being chased by a Sunderland that was trying to shoot it down.
To be fair, that's a Sunderland. That's a very notable exception.
Well, no, I will do it with everything else either. Like, I will fly a plane and use the Malsane gunners to shoot people down. The thing is, very thing that I complain about regularly. The difference is that I won't be trying to fly the plane straight and level or away from the enemy. I'll be flying towards you, and I will be doing combat maneuvers. I do have a video on my channel of me shooting down 5 people in a Lancaster. I was chasing the fighters out of the area.
That's because you're a very lucky and talented man, and I'm neither of those things, which is why I tend to
I
avoid
most times I die, but I just tend to be aggressive. Like, I don't mind if I get shot down, but I'm going to make you work for it, and it's a hell of a lot of fun watching how people suddenly react when the bomber that they are expecting to, just die, like bombers normally do, suddenly does a combat roll break turn and comes in after them and starts trying to shoot them down and actively engaging them. Pilots, a lot of War Thunder pilots don't know what to do when that starts happening. Whoa. Okay.
What kind of pilots are you fighting? Because every time I try and do that, they just turn with me and kill me anyway. I wish I fought the people that other people seem to fight.
That was unfortunate. A Hornet flown by German shot me down before I could get to target.
Oh, he was an AI as well. That's just...
I
raw.
didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that happening at all. That's unfortunate. How long have I got? Oh,
4 minutes. 5
probably
seconds.
not going to make it good too. My eyes are starting to fail.
You could stay on the runway and not get kicked by inactivity by the time the game ends. That's how little time we have left.
I'm just sitting on the runway.
Yeah, I don't think.
Reading about spiders.
The only reason I took off in the Wyvern is because it's a Wyvern. Long range, high speed shit is its job. Unless your name is Bucks Dogan, in which case, getting blown up by 30 mils is its job.
Well, to be fair, I also got you with 20 mils as well, I think.
You mount on your K4 as a matter of preference.
Well, they weren't mounted this time. They were out of that. I would have taken the 20s, except they're out of ammo, so that was actually the 30. But I'm pretty sure I shot you down on something else before too. I don't have 30s in everything that I've got lined up.
The Zvilling, wasn't it? Oh no, it might have been the Fokker.
How much?
Yeah, I think I got you. Yeah, I got you one in the
I've
D13
got?
as well. So that's the 20s.
The dirty little Fokker. The dirty little Fokker. Oh, I always knew you had it in you.
How much like XP will I get for like the research for what I have? Like,
wait.
how do you determine that? Like, I've got 3,000.
Wait
2
about
minutes
2
and
minutes
35
40 seconds and all will be
You'll
revealed.
find out. You will if you. How many have you shot down?
Question's bad a while.
1 kill, 6 AI. Yeah, you should get more than 3,000 unless you're researching something that's really out there.
I'm researching the 262.
God, I am outscoring. It's all those ships. I've got like 6 ship kills.
Yeah, we're going to win the match, but you're going to score really well on the points.
I mean, I'm probably not
I've
even going to
killed-
make half of what you make, because War Thunder hates people who don't win, but still. Shouldn't be too bad.
Well, you should still make reasonable. I mean, I've been making 25,000 RP on a loss. So, sorry, not 25. No, 25,000 RP research points on a loss. So,
Premium.
no, that was without. With
Oh,
premium,
damn, nice.
you get up to 30. With premium, you get up to 30. If you play a full 3-hour EC and you do well, even if you lose, without premium, 20 to 25 should be about the norm that you'll get, and you should make about 100k. With premium, you'll make 50,000 RP and 250,000 credits
I've
for your
bought
3
so
hours.
much in this game that
Oh,
I
I
don't.
know what you can do with premium. I've done some
I don't
truly
even.
disgusting incomes before,
I've used.
especially in the Wyvern. the Wyvern's very good for it. Just go back and forth, hitting bases, occasionally slap someone who goes in front of your guns.
I've used so much premium time, like, for the last, like, 4 years almost, that I don't even know what it's like to grind without it anymore. Like, I honestly don't know.
It's actually really nice. I let my premium run out recently, and I just managed to get the T2 before my premium ran out. I was very happy with that. But now that I no longer feel like I have to grind effectively, because I literally can't anymore, because good luck grinding anything top tier without premium, I'm free to fly whatever I like. I'm free to do this. I'm free to fuck about at low tier with Japanese torpedo bombers. I can just play how I want to play. I'm not tied to the grind anymore.
Who's happy about the PL leopard?
I did my first near clear of all nations in War Thunder with using very little premiums or premium time. I use it now. Like, I started getting back into War Thunder again to do the Sim EC when the headset and everything else arrived. And I sort of went, yeah, you know what, okay. And I just grabbed a year's worth of premium.
Good game, people.
That's just
when
that
premium goes
makes
on sale again, I'll probably do what you do, take it back.
Third place,
well,
people.
that makes well, that's what I did. It was on sale at the time, and I grabbed a year, and that makes sense because I'm doing content.
Actually, I made 53,000 vehicle research.
Yeah, no, that sounds a bit right.
I have 5,000 left. I've got 5,000 left on the 262.
How'd you make? How much did you make?
I made 74,000 lions and 42,000 research. It's only 16,000 effective research because it was going into the JAV, but still, that's a spicy meatball right there.
Would you would you like to know what I made?
What?
Oh, go on, love. Do tell.
No, I'll do you one. Do you one better. I believe showing is better than telling.
Why are there two F's on the side of this guy's airplane?
Why aren't there on yours?
There you go.
I don't have the plane yet.
Oh, the Yarbo's not in the bomber line. It's folded with the 262A1. Okay, I see.
Yeah, there you go. So I've got the 262A1 done. Yes, that's 172,000 research points, and 174,000 credits. So
what a try hard.
yeah, that's done.
I'm gonna go fly my whatchamacallit thingy.
Smash Smith 262 was brought to you thanks to the kind sponsorship of Ray.
Well, I'll talk to y'all later, I guess.
See you later.
Talk to you later, Red.
Yeah, bye.